This segment brought to you in association with Burger King.
Sports time now, and we say a very good evening to Mark Seal over there in the Sports Center.
Well, very good evening to you, Lisa, to everyone as well. The Junior Badminton Caribbean Championships came to an end last evening at the Wildy Gym, but not before Barbados claimed the boys under-19 doubles title. With a look at that match and two other doubles finals, our CBC's Anne-Marie Burke.
Let's start with the doubles finals. The ladies matchup between Surinam's Imani Mangro and Chiasa Sebadopero and Trinidad's Shakira de Boulay and Pirana Ramdani of Guyana. And it was a Trini-Guyanese pair that captured this point. Actually, they were the ones that claimed the first game at 21-18 and kept the pressure on throughout. Oops, the return is Miss Simon de Boulay and Ramdani with more points to their name. It was not a lopsided game though, as the Suriname pair made it as tight as possible. Now that was quick fair response that resulted in points. But it's not enough to stop Deboulay and Ramdani, who were on target, taking the second game at 21-11 to be women's doubles champions. Ramdani was back on court in the mixed doubles with Guyanese teammate Tyrese Jeffrey as they face off the home pair of Barbados' Robin Sobers and Dominic Scanterbury. And the Guyanese claimed first dibs. Actually, the pressure was on from early and the Bajans were kept on the tip of their toes. That return is too hot to handle. But the Bajans had their sparks of glory at the net. Sobers with a nice drop return. Here she goes again with power at the net. But it was the Guyanese who had the real control and took the first game into their hands, winning it at 21-11. And they came into the second game with the same vengeance. Ramdani with the effective backhand. The Bajans were not going to roll over and take it, though. It was about fighting tooth and nail, but their Guyanese opponents struck back with a vengeance when the opportunities were presented. And so the second game was won at 21-9 as the mixed doubles champions are Tyrese Jeffrey and Priyana Ramdani, 2-0 over Barbados' Dominic Scanterbury and Robin Sobers. Barbados will get something to shout about as Kenny King and Dominic Scanterbury were triumphant in the men's doubles. They had to get past the Trinidad pair of Leon Cassie and Vance Jutram, who claimed the first set at 18, and they were not easing up, getting the points fast and furious in their fight back. The Bajans really had their A-game engaged. Look at King's backhand, deadly. As in true redemption style, they were able to level things out, taking the second game at 21-11. So it's all to play for, and the Trinis were from the outset in business mode, down through the middle. The Trinis were making sure to get an early hold on the game, responding to every return shot, and then bam, into the free space. Scanterbury and King switch gears through to pull things back. It's out of court by the Trinis. With the title on the line, it was definitely no time for a game. Scanterbury with the cross-court drop, and the Bajan pair did enough to pull it back in their favor and answer to everything, and then King with the solid finish, doubles champions. Final game won at 21-8. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Anne-Marie, and we'll take a look at the singles finals in tomorrow's Sportscast. Megan Best is the lone Barbados player to qualify for this evening's singles semifinals at the Senior Caribbean Squash Championships in Guyana. 3 Bajans actually made it to the quarterfinals last night, but Best was the only winner, beating Elida Bridgman of Cayman Islands in a women's match 11-4, 11-4, 11-4. Now, Amanda Haywood, however, lost her women's quarterfinal to Taylor Fernandez of Guyana 11-3, 3-11, 10-12, 9-11. Best will try, though, to gain revenge for her teammate Haywood when she takes on Ferdinand in the semifinals. Meanwhile, in the men's quarterfinals, Kamal Cumberbatch lost to Guyana's Jason Roy Khalil 11-6, 3-11, 9-11, 7-11. Now, bound to cricket now, where West Indies A drew with India on the final day of the visitors' 3-day tour match at Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua today. Resuming on 84 for 1 in their second innings with a 178-run lead, India declared on 188 for 5. Hanuma Vihari led with 64, while Ajinkya Rahane added 54, while Akeem Frazier took 2 for 43. Windies A then closed on 47 for 3, chasing 305 for victory. Scores in the match: India 297 and for 6 declared and 188 for 5 declared. West Indies A 181 and 47 for 3 match drawn. Next up on the tour is the first test. That'll be on Thursday, playing at the North Sound Ground in Antigua. St. Leonard's boys on the 19 football team continued its dominance in Washington, D.C. recently, where they won all 3 of their scheduled friendly matches. Facing champion teams from in and around the D.C. area, the Richmond Gap lads beat out all comers 4-2, 7-1, and 4-2. Striker Neal Reed-Stephen was a standout, scoring in each game with a hat-trick in the second one. Coach Fabian Messiah said that while there are areas the team needs to improve on, they generally outplayed their North American opponents.
I wouldn't take anything away from the opposition. They were well organized, they were strong. I think in some cases they probably either underestimated our guys or we were better than them technically in a lot of areas, speed-wise as well. I guess down here the tempo of the game is a little slower, so our speed and our direct approach, they weren't able to cope with it for the most part.
Oh, the guys did get offers from 2 universities for the St. Leonard's players. One offer for furthering training and the other one possibly a contract for midfielder Reed-Stephen with DC's Division II team, Loudoun United. Reed Sports and Entertainment, which hosted the Washington tour, has already started preparations for a 2020 tour to Canada. Yes, and former Mr. Teenager Lamar Howard collected 2 trophies, including the Men's Open Bodybuilding title at the Barbados Amateur Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation Nationals on Saturday night. As promised last night, CBC's Damien Best reports.
The battle was keen among the men at the Nationals with some big names absent. This is the physique section, short class, top 3. Surprisingly, Sean Springer holding that 3rd spot. Looks like he added a few more pounds of muscle. Always going to be a serious contender. 2nd place though, Kirk Bovell of Body Shapers, cuts in the abs and bordering on that V shape. However, the top spot in this section went to Nicholas Smith. Remember, it's all about that athletic look. Had mountains for traps, beefed up biceps and triceps. Easy win on the night. Among the 6 entries in the tall class, 3rd went to number 44, Alex Eiffel of Portside Fitness. Eiffel, Mr. Consistent, always a solid campaigner. 2nd, though, was Ryan Haynes of First Fitness Gym. Chisel core and a real positive vibe, Mr. Showman. Well done. Tyrell Ford, well, he came out looking like Captain America here. Wings, symbolic of the back work. And on a scale of 1 to 10, he was an 8 in my book with his balanced appearance. In the head-to-head battle now, who would take home the overall title? Tight between Ford, who had the greater mass, over Smith, but there really was no stopping Ford. He would take home the men's physique title. Next up, the men's open bodybuilding section, Lamar Howard in the blue trunks, David Small in the yellow, Roger Streaks in the green, and Curtis Kirby in the black. In the pose off, Streaks and Kirby were behind the 8 ball in the pectorals and abdominals, but made a real statement in the legs. However, if you're looking for the complete picture, Coward and Small were locked in a ding-dong battle. The thighs, arms, and shoulders, a dead heat. Even the side chest pose, they were well matched. In the end, the victory went to Coward, who was also the classic physique champion, representing Portside Fitness and taking home the men's open bodybuilding title. Congratulations to the national champion. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Damien. Now on to football. FCB, that stands for Females Can Ball, are out front in Zone 2 of the women's futsal. They have a perfect 2-0 record after they blew away Catalan Giants 8-0 at Oasis in Kendall Hill recently. Shanice Stevenson knocked in 5 goals, while Kimberly Ellis had 2 in the rout, which saw Catalan fall to 0-2. Meanwhile, Pride of Lioness Ballers are second behind FCB in Zone 2 after they were held to a draw by Copies. PLB are yet to lose, but they did drop points in the 3-all draw. Ashani Thompson got this game off with maybe the play of the day. She took out 3 defenders before beating a goalie that should have done better, but it's 1-0 PLB over Copites. The other goalie also should have done better. Her throw was intercepted by Hope Colucci, and just like that, it's 1-all. Marissa King got the first of her brace. A given goal sets her up for the score. And King completed her double before the break. This one with no assistance. It's 3-1 at the interval. Copites made a comeback in the second stanza. First with Chanel Stephen sticking with the play and ensuring that the ball crossed the goal line. Then Crystalline Chandler got the equalizer with a nifty control and the blast. Final score, 3-all, PLB and Copites.